Guys, it feels weird coming to you guys not from the house building site but from the garden for a long form content video, but garden season is almost here. And as promised, here is my what we are going to grow this season. I would like to preface it with this probably won't be everything that we grow because this coming week we will be doing a seed trade with a club that we are in, so there will be seeds that I don't have right now that I will later. Also, as promised with this video, I'm going to go over why I don't personally give money to / support Baker Creek / Rare Seeds. I would like to preface that I am not the most educated on these situations. I am just educated enough to know that I personally will not be giving money to them. And I just want to clarify, just in case if you see any Baker Creek seeds in any of my hauls ever, I do a lot of seed trades. I just won't give any money to Baker Creek. I am more than happy to grow their stuff and then collect the seed myself so I can have it for free next year, though. Like I said, I have a couple reasons why I personally don't support Baker Creek. And one more time, I'd like to preface this. I am not the most educated on these situations. I will try to tag creators in the description. I don't know if I can tag them or not, but I will be putting at least their names of people who have talked about this situation and seem to have a little bit more of a grasp on it. I don't need to have a full grasp on it to know that I don't want to give money to bad people. So the first thing that I had heard about that I was like, maybe I don't want to support this company. Maybe I should just try to find these varieties through some other companies or try trading with my friends. I had heard that they were taking corn from some indigenous communities and renaming it / rebranding it to make it sound more appealing, I guess. I don't know what their reasoning was exactly, but I don't condone erasing indigenous history and culture. And so that was the first thing that was like, I don't think I'm going to support them. And then something else that a lot of people talk about, but I really think should be talked about more, so I'm going to bring it up. But like I said, I am not the most educated on this situation. Just here an edit to say I was having trouble finding creators on YouTube who have talked about the situation, but I know I have read about it and seen it on other platforms, so please just do your own research into it. Thank you guys. So you can find out more as to why I don't and maybe you shouldn't support Baker Creek. That is totally a decision up to you. But in 2020, I believe it was, in May, they invited Cliven Bundy to go to their to speak at their seed planting festival. And if you don't know about Cliven Bundy, he has some cattle on federal land, and to allow it to graze, he has some fees he has to pay. And he had been fine paying those fees, I guess, up until they either upped them or just changed where the money was going exactly. I'm not 100% on that part. But the money started to go towards protecting a desert tortoise in the area where he has his cattle. And I guess Cliven Bundy hates tortoises or something, because he did not want to pay that fee, so he did not for 30 years. And that eventually caused the government coming to seize his land. His son tried to defend the land, I guess, and they arrested him. And from what I understand, Cliven then called on a militia, and the government backed down and released the son and let everything go. And then he had some type of rally to celebrate. And at it, he went on some type of racial rant about how black people may have been better as slaves. And I 1000% do not condone racism. And when people brought it to Baker Creek's attention, they were like, but he grows this really unique watermelon. We need to teach people about it. That was solidifying my ending of a relationship with Baker Creek. At that point, I had only been getting magazines from them, and I do still have people that gift me the magazine, and I do have one of their cookbooks that was gifted to me. Everything I own of theirs has been gifted to me, except for one magazine I got one year. But without any further ado, here is what we are growing this season, and I don't remember if I prefaced it yet or not, but this might not be everything we were growing, because like I said, we do have a seed trade thing here soon. And then a little bit closer to season, we also have a seedling trade. And so there are varieties that I don't have yet that I probably will be growing. There's a hawk. I guess it's actually two hawks. Anyway, it's a very gloomy day, but spring is coming, and so I am chilling in the garden, and here we go. These are the seeds we are growing this season. Let's see. Alright, so I did do that short where I started some of my solanaceous crops, but then a few days later we did start our brassicas, so some of these are already started. I believe all of these are already started. But from Seed Cult, we found this little company on Etsy, I believe. We got Welcome 29 broccoli. We have not had much luck growing broccoli. We have had our first successful year of cauliflower last year, so we are trying broccoli this year. And then Burpee Sun King broccoli. We love Burpee in this house. And I know I just went on a whole rant about how I don't like Baker Creek, but like I said, we do a lot of seed trades and I do accept gifts. We did plant the last of our cauliflower, our Roger cauliflower from them. And then I also planted, it's supposed to be for microgreens, but we're just doing surprise brassicas where we're going to let them grow out because it's all brassicas in this microgreen set. Editing Eve here to add that we will be growing some type of green bean. We just have not picked out which one, and we do have like some sugar snap peas planted. We did direct sow them yesterday, right after we did the squash post turning, which that shirt is up. You guys should go check that one out. And then also, in the same tray that we started our brassicas, we started celery, another Baker Creek one that we got from a seed trade or as a gift. I'm not sure. I know that I've never given them money, just to be clear. And then celeriac as well, which is just celery root. I eat a lot of rutabaga, and I want to try celeriac because you can use them in similar recipes. Shortly in the season, we will be starting carrots. We are going to try to do a summer one, but we are going to grow just these basic ones. I think we grew these ones before, and they were just okay. And then we decided to try another variety again from that Seed Cult company. That Seed Cult company seems like a very nice company as far as I could tell. Yeah, that's those so far. Moving on to our solanaceous crops, these are the ones that I planted in the short I posted. I think I posted one more since then. But we have our aromas. We love making tomato sauce. We still have tomatoes in our freezer that are pre-cooked. They just need to be like warmed up and blended. Clay puts all the seasonings and herbs and everything, pre-cooks it, and then just freezes them whole. It makes it a lot easier for us. And then we are growing this variegated tomato, also from that Seed Cult company. This one is supposed to make variegated foliage. I'm not sure if the tomatoes themselves will be variegated, but a little secret, if you live in our area, we are planning on taking cuts of this and selling seedlings of this when it gets closer to season. That's why we started these so early. And then Brad's Atomic Grape, because we love snacking tomatoes. And then we have our Garden Peach tomato. I got this from Southern Seeds. I got this last year. I have heard some not so great things about them recently, so we chose not to purchase from them this year. I don't know full extent of it. I do know some people were having some shipping/payment issues. Again, I don't know the full extent to that one. I'm not as passionate about that one as I am Baker Creek. And then another Southern Seed Cult. This one is a purple tomato, Woolly Kate yellow tomato, but then it has like some nice like purple striping. I don't know. You guys will just have to wait and see when they fruit this season, just like me. As for peppers, I know I have a lot more than this. I guess I didn't bring everything out. But if I'm missing any solanaceous crops, I definitely did not miss them in that short that I did. Oh my god, there's a slug! Little secret, I don't have a tripod, so I just have to prop my phone on anything, and this little slug started coming up behind my phone. Hello, friend! It's a little bit chilly out for you still, isn't it? Anyway, like, I know that I don't have... Oh, there it is, okay. I thought I was missing one just off the top of my head, but I don't know, I might have them all. I didn't double check. I just had some free time, so I decided to come out here and film because I have been promising that for this video for a while, so I just wanted to hurry up and get it out here. Candy cane pepper is another variegated pepper. I don't know why I'm saying another, but it is a variegated pepper. Oh, I am missing at least one for sure. Sorry guys, I'm a little scatterbrained. I said another because I do have a variegated pepper. I have this one that I grew last year. It made variegated foliage and variegated fruit, but I have one this year that is a purple pepper, and one is variegated at least. I don't know if both is, and I honestly don't know which part it is, but it's called a purple tiger pepper. I did show off the seed pack. It's from that Seed Cult brand. I did show off the seed pack in the short that I made, so check that out. And then Sugar Rush Peach. This was one of the things that made me almost buy it from Baker Creek when I first heard about them. I really wanted this variety specifically. I had been on the hunt for it from another company somewhere, and I finally found it in stock. Every time I would find it from another company, it would be out of stock, or a friend would say they would save me seeds, and then they would forget. But I finally got it, and I have some germinated. And then we have a mixed sweet pepper. I'm not sure if I've started seeds on this yet or not, but if not, I need to get on it. I only have a few left, but I need to get on it because I really like the rainbow peppers. And like I talked about in that one short, last year our eggplants died, and so we had to get starts from the nursery, and the nursery went. So my phone died, I came back out, and now the sun is out. That's cool. But anyway, like I was saying, my partner last year was growing eggplant from seed. He was growing one that had thorns. I keep wanting to call them spines. His died, and so then he had to go get some from the nursery, and the ones at the nursery did not have thorns. And so this year we are growing them from seed again. He is determined to get ones that have thorns this year. And that wraps up our solanaceous crops. Editing Eve back again. I forgot to mention I do have clips showing those seedlings that we started in that short, and I will insert that right here. Next, I will talk to you guys about the cucurbits that we plan to grow, which is something that I am very big on growing. So I did post a short on my Squam post, and there are plenty of seeds in there that I do not have in my bundle because people give me their pumpkins at the end of Halloween season that they don't want to cook with, and I toss them into my Squam post, and then I compost it, and then the seeds sprout, and that's where I get a lot of my pumpkins. But as for ones that I will be planting into the Squam post, these are seeds from my biggest pumpkin from last year. Like I was talking about earlier, I don't like to erase Indigenous history and culture. My great-grandmother was actually 100% Seminole, and in honor of her, I would like to be growing Seminole pumpkins. I don't think I have any more pumpkins, so let's move on to squash. As for squash, another seed cult variety, we got some, what is it called? Honeyboat delicata squash. What does it say about it? Oh, it just tells you how to grow it. I guess my partner read about it online, but my guess is that it's like a sweeter spaghetti squash. I don't know. We really like squash, so regardless, I'm gonna like it. I don't know if it is like spaghetti squash, because we also got seed cult spaghetti squash, but I do like to cross squashes and make them into my own thing. A lot of my pumpkins that I grow are actually pumpkin spaghetti squash crosses. And then we are also probably going to grow our own spaghetti squash seeds from, I don't know what season this is from. But other than that, then I have this pack of random seeds. I'm guessing it's a butternut. We did grow some butternut last year. I think we grew a honey nut actually, but I think this is seeds from that. Either way, it's going to go in my swamp post and they're going to get grown. And then pink banana squash is one that I grew last year. Again, this is some of my leftover southern seeds. And we are going to grow what we're going to call a Africa bed, like crops that would do well in Africa. We enjoy a lot of those. In it, I know we're probably going to have okra. I don't think I have my okra seeds with me, otherwise I would have included them earlier. But we will also be growing a lot of melons. And all the melons we got, I believe, are from Seed Cult, except for we do have some mini watermelon seeds from watermelons that we grew last year. And then we are trying Noir des Carnes melon. It kind of looks like a pumpkin. I don't know if you can see that well. It's another Seed Cult variety. And then we are going to try white bitter melon. That's one that my partner has wanted to try for a long time, and so we are going to try it this season. And then golden delicious melon. This is because I don't really like a lot of melons, and we want to try to find a cantaloupe style variety that me and my partner might like. So we are trying it. And then last of what I have in my cucumbers, because we will be growing cucumbers, I just don't think I have any cucumber seeds right now. We loved our gourds. We also have our bottle gourds that we grew last year. We saved seeds from them. We will be growing them again. I will insert a picture here. But also, snake gourd. We're going to try that in our gourd garden this year. And then in my bed up front where I plant all my peppers and whatnot, not all the peppers go up there, but my peppers that I personally grow. I plan to do a lot of smaller flowers this year, and I always do poppies. So I'm going to add the last little bit of my poppies in there. And I also always do nasturtiums. I saved some seeds of my own. I don't have them with me. And then I'm going to be growing a bunch of varieties of sunflower. I don't have every variety with me, but I know I have my mammoth one. I brought this just to remind me. But I will be growing strawberry blonde, chocolate cherry. I grow chocolate cherry every year. Dang, you know what? Backtrack what I said earlier. I did give money to Baker Creek one time. My chocolate cherry was a free seed I got in it. I did give money to them one time. I totally forgot. I feel so bad. So I'll probably just put a little note on there. I did give money to them one time. And if you made it to this far of the video, you reached the explanation. The explanation is I have brain cancer and ADHD. I forget things, and I forgot that I have given them money until I thought back on my chocolate cherry sunflowers. Back to what I was saying about sunflowers. I know that I'll be growing mammoth, maybe skyscraper if I still have seeds to it, strawberry blonde, chocolate cherry, and then I think I have teddy bear seeds, but I'm not entirely sure. But I know I'll have a variety of sunflowers back by the squam post. I will show you guys whenever they're ready. I do believe that is everything I have for you guys today. If you guys liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Leave a comment if you guys have any questions. Let me know what you guys are growing this season. I can't wait to enter this garden season with you guys. Be sure to follow along on our house building vlogs and check out my shorts. That's where a lot more of my gardening content goes, but I'm trying to get into making more long form stuff. I'll probably be doing some garden tours this season. No promises though. Anyways, thank you guys. Stay positive.